Unfortunately, the simple answer is everyone. But obviously, you need a bit of an explanation of that. If you look at where the real drive has been coming from recently around operational resiliency, there's been a number of changes in regulations. The Bank of England, for example, has published some guidelines around organizational and operational resiliency. And a lot of that is being driven by some failures in the banking system. And they're basically starting to drive people towards a model where, regardless of what's going on, you need to be able to continue delivering your core services. And it starts in the banking world where a failure in organizational resiliency results in the banks not being able to deliver money to people. And if you can't get the money flowing, your economy suffers dramatically. And so the regulators are starting to push organizations to be able to treat even a crisis situation as situation normal from a resiliency perspective. And so many of the cases where organizations have been brought to their knees by cyber issues has really been why the focus has been on IT. So, a major hack of a bank and their accounts or some major element has failed. And so this is all as a result of an IT issue. But many of the other things or many of the other failures are not as a result of an IT issue. And so now the whole world is starting to drive towards the fact that if I need to maintain what I'll call normal operations, even in a crisis situation, I actually need to involve, back to the almost every part of my organization. And, think about, just because there's a crisis situation going on doesn't mean I don't have audit and compliance requirements. So I need to be able to maintain my compliance posture even in some sort of crisis situation. I need to make sure my people are productive. That's kind of an assumed. But if I've got any sort of longer term outage or longer term situation I need to deal with, how do I maintain my culture all throughout that kind of event? And so it's touching on HR, audit, IT obviously, but every other major part of operations. And back to the why is so that in the event of a crisis situation, you're able to, for the most part, continue operations normally. And when the situation does a return to normal, that you're able to return to normal with it. Or if there's a new normal, then you're able to adjust to that new normal.